Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of CloudDeepDive. In today's video, we will talk about AWS Direct Connect MACsec. We'll talk about what is MACsec, what are the different terminologies it has, and how it works. And then we'll talk about how you can enable a MACsec with Direct Connect and how it will work with Direct Connect. So first, let's understand that what are the different ways you can protect your data while data is in transit or in flight. One is TLS SSL connections, which works at layer 4. Then you have your IPsec tunnels, VPN tunnels, which works at layer 3. And then you have your MACsec, which works at layer 2. So what is MACsec? MACsec is a media access control security. It's an IEEE 802.1 AE standard, and it's enabled on a per port basis with no performance impact. It provides point-to-point security on data between Ethernet connected MACsec capable devices. It provides integrity, confidentiality, and origin authenticity. So if there is any data original from one place and it reached to the next place, it makes sure there is no tampering happen with the data. It also provides the hop by hop encryption, and that means that as you aware that when the data leaves from one network to another for another network, it might hop through different devices. So MACsec provides the encryption from one device to another device, and when it reaches to another device, it decrypts the data and it encrypts the data again before it leaves the second device for the third device. So that's why it provides you hop by hop encryption. Layer 2 MACsec Layer 2 encryption and integrity protects Ethernet links from threats such like any middleman snooping or kind of wiretapping, and it also allow you to secure Ethernet link, including all control plane protocol like ARP or your DHCP and any other protocol, which works at layer 2. There's no software intervention required, and MACsec protocol can be implemented fully in hardware without any software intervention. So that's a little bit about the MACsec, what it is and what are the different features or features it provides. Now, if we talk about MACsec Frame, this is your normal IEEE 802.1q frame. With MACsec, what it does that it adds two header. One is 16 byte header here, and the another is like confidential, basically to make sure that there is no tampering happen. The 16 byte data is used for that. So data from ET, from this particular bit to payload, the whole data is encrypted, and the other data is MACsec makes sure there is no tampering happen to this data, and this 16 byte is used to make sure that there's no tampering happen to this whole frame. These are some terminologies which you should be aware of when you're working with MACsec. I will suggest that pause this video, go through this list, and maybe kind of note it down somewhere. I won't go through each one of them because it will take a lot of time, but you just read through it and you will get to know that what these fields are. But few of them I'll be talking about in next slide, where we will talk about how MACsec work. So like I mentioned that MACsec work from hop to hop, like one device and another device. When the data is flowing between these two devices, the data will be encrypted by MACsec. So to encrypt anything, you need keys. So one of the way the keys can be generated or used is the pre-shared key, and the same method is used for your direct connect MACsec as well. So that's why I'm kind of talking about the pre-shared key only. But there are two other ways which are mentioned here. If you want, you can read about those, but I won't be covering it in this video. So a pre-shared key is exchanged between devices. So whenever you enable a direct connection, MACsec for a direct connection, you need to provide a pre-shared key and the connection key name. These two fields you need to provide for that direct connection to enable, basically to associate it. Once this pre-shared keys are provided, MACsec peer is discovered. So what happened that one device will start checking that what all neighboring devices I have, which is MACsec peer or kind of MACsec enable. So it finds those devices and create a peering session with those. Once the peering session is established, it exchanges the connection key name and ICK. ICK is the integrity check key check, which is derived from your connectivity association key. So the pre-shared key CAK which you have provided to the device, it will generate an integrate key check ICK, and which will be shared along with the name of the key with the other device. Next, a server is elected. So out of these two devices, one device will act as a server. So that server is elected by using some method, and which will generate a security association key. The security association key is basically used to encrypt your data. So once the data will leave from one device, this key will be used to encrypt that data. Now you might be wondering, what is the KEK? KEK is used to encrypt your security association key. So there's another layer of security, like once the key which is encrypting your data is again encrypting by your key encrypting key. So data encrypted using SAK, security association key, and exchange between two devices. So that's the overall kind of how MACsec work when either in DirectNet or any other device when it is enabled. So next, let's understand what happened that when you enable that Direct Connect on a MACsec. Okay, before we see how it works with DirectNet, let's see how we can enable a MACsec for a Direct Connect connection. So once you click on create a connection, under additional setting, you can see request a MACsec capable port. So you have to enable this feature or this checkbox, then you will get a MACsec capable port by using which you can encrypt your data. One thing, keep in mind that this MACsec capable port might or might not be available in the location from where you want to connect. So like if I go with the very first one, you can see that this checkbox is disabled. Though that means that MACsec capable port is not available in this location. So once you enable this MACsec capable port for the location, after that you need to associate, like I mentioned, that you need to give a pre-shared keys. So you need to associate a MACsec CKN, which is your key name and the key with the connection. So you will select the connection and then you will say that associate key. There you can provide the connectivity association key and the connectivity association name. So both of them you have to provide. So once you provide these CKN and CAK, it will be deployed to these AWS devices. So it will associate the CAK and CKN with the AWS device. Similarly, once you do it at the AWS end, you need to configure the same CAK and CKN pair on your corporate data center router or switch end as well. So once you do that, it will follow the same process which we discussed in our last slide, and it will establish a session. After that, whatever data is flowing between these two devices will be encrypted by MACsec. So one thing, keep in mind that data is not encrypted end to end. Like in IPsec VPN tunnel, which you create our public way for this DirectNet, it encrypts the data from corporate data center to your particular region where you are that VPN connection is ending. But in this case, its data is encrypted only between these two devices. So these are the few other pictures I got it from one of the AWS blog. So you can see that there are two different topologies you can use. In one of them, you can use the customer switch in between the router and the direct connect device, or you can connect your customer router as well directly with the AWS Direct Connect device. So that's all about MACsec with Direct Connect. Hope you understand what MACsec is, how it works, and how you can enable and encrypt your data between your on-prem data center to your AWS Direct Connect devices by using MACsec. So hope you enjoyed and like this video. Please hit on the like button, subscribe to my channel. I will be publishing more videos on AWS. And if you have any topic which you like me to cover, please feel free to put a comment. And thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.